Tass, I can't help but notice that it looks like your dice have melted.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to be able to use many but one of these today, but I have these, I forget exactly even what they're called.
I thought they were called
obelisks.
Obelisk
I thought they're
dice?
called
just
crystal
looks like
dice?
Crystal dice? Sure. They're just the kind that they look like little nuggets,
Of crystals?
little pillars, kind of.
Of crystals?
And you roll them, but literally you can spin them like tops and then see where they fall, or you can roll them like little logs and they land on a number.
I would love to see you spin that like a top right now. Just demonstrate it for me once.
Oh,
Good
that
job.
one sucks.
Good job.
The D20 is good for that. Here, let's see if we can hear the sweet D20 spin. Nope, I
Yeah,
suck
you're doing
at this.
good.
You are
This
not
is what I
good.
wanted.
No. Play the opposite. Play the opposite. Oh, look how good it's spinning. Look at it go.
Oh,
Just
look at it.
look at it
Oh,
go.
my. No, I suck at this. There's a way to do it, and I don't know how it is. You guys can
Here,
try.
let me try this here. And first try, every time.
Oh, it was beautiful. I
DJ did it perfectly.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're gorgeous.
I mean,
Hi.
it's fair. You don't have a lot of time to learn top spinning of dice because we seem to have a lot of things going on. Every time I turn around, there's something new. Like, for example, I think we should probably point out that we have our first live stream with Wolfgar Weapons. So that will be on Tuesday the 21st. That is next week at 7 p.m.
Nice.
And that'll be James Wolfgar and a couple of his crew. I'll be there leading them through a just kind of a one-shot adventure.
Nice.
And then once every 4-6 weeks, we'll go up there and keep his crew just running, giving them a chance to play the game, getting a chance for people on Twitch to watch, kind of see how the sausage is made.
I'm kind of excited. Do you think, I guess it's too early to tell, are they going to make characters that they keep and they, every time you come back, it's kind of a new little chunk in their own story?
Yeah, my idea is that it'll be a larger team so that each recording session will be a solo story. And then some of those characters might come back, but they might be gone and someone else is there from the quote-unquote team.
Nice. Okay.
So that ultimately the idea would be to never have two of the same playbook at the same time, but there might be two of the same playbook in the group. They could just never play at the same time.
Sure, like two professionals that work at the same place, but yeah,
Right,
et cetera.
right.
That's cool.
So yeah, I think I will be there solo this time because I don't think anybody else is free to join. But maybe in the future, someone else will be there, either playing with them or maybe managing the chatting with the people.
Yeah.
So it'll be cool. We get to test our new setup. We've got a couple of webcams. We've got the Twitch all decked out. Again, that is the Critshow on Twitch. So we will be there at with Wolfgar Weapons on the 21st at 7 p.m. That is Eastern Standard Time. And then we also, I just got a message about this. If you go to stylishsenpai.storeenvy.com or if you go to our website, thecritshowpodcast.com, and go to the sponsors page, you'll find the link to Stylish Senpai. If you click that link, it will take you to the Crit Show shirt, which is now available for purchase.
There's just one of them, though.
Just
so
one,
get there
so
quick. It's like
hurry.
the Shroud of Turin.
Hurry very quickly.
Hot commodity.
Wes at Stylish Senpai has set up a store for us, so you have the option now to get a t-shirt if you'd like to support us.
Or if you just want to destroy it.
If you want to use it for like an oil rag or something, like while you're cleaning your car or something.
Right?
Yeah.
Or if you want to make like a wicker man of one of the guys at the table and put the shirt on him.
Good.
But yeah, if you feel like supporting us, it would be awesome. Go out, buy a shirt, wear it to some event, and someone asks you, tell them about it. And the money from that will actually go to help us upgrade some of our equipment because we have got a couple of games lined up that will start involving some more people. But to be able to do that, we need a different soundboard that can handle more than 4 microphones. So that is where all of that profit will go towards. So if you decide to buy one, thank you in advance.
Yeah. Also, I've been recording into a fork with some wires wrapped around it
Yeah.
this entire time.
Yeah.
So anything helps. I would love a microphone.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Or at least 2 forks.
Or at least 2 forks with wire between them.
Yeah.
Get that left-right channel going.
Yeah.
And then maybe once we get a little further down, TJ can stop talking into a tin can on a string.
Thank you.
Luckily, that string wrapped perfectly around the input
Now
for
I
the
can
audio.
finally upgrade to that steel can I've always wanted.
See,
To be fair, though, I'm not going to upgrade TJ's microphone until he learns how to talk into it. There's
Yeah,
no point in
that's
it
fair.
being anything but a tin can right now.
See, these guys are just jealous because I get an actual microphone because Rev lets me sit in his lap and use his.
It's true. If you saw a picture of us right now, we'd look like Jeff Dunham with one of his dummies. It is just Tass on my lap and me leaning over his shoulder, and then we shift side to side to use the
That's
microphone.
not accurate because it is significantly less racist here.
That's true.
Yeah, that's fair.
For all you fan art people out there, please
Oh, Lord.
let us see some fan art of
Oh, no.
Tass
Tass and a baby Bjorn.
Oh, I did a bad
Tass
thing.
on Rev's lap.
Oh, Lord. All right. I think with that, it's time to let the recap roll.
Guys, I found a pair of Riley's gloves in his bunk. They've got some kind of grease on them, and it has kind of the shape of where the helmet's sealed. I think he might have tampered with Young's helmet.
I'm just going to kind of pop in the doorway and go, hi, and then bounce back.
You hear shuffling for a moment and then a heavy slam. And before you can get in, you hear the last breath of White.
I am absolutely not using the training I just went through. I'm backpedaling because I'm under pressure. I've got to calm down, slow down, and just focus.
I want to take his light rifle and turn it into a black light rifle.
You know the spells that you need, you just can't cast them. You need Reeves's help.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to just like Muay Thai clear this thing, get its head and turn it and just take a big step and chuck it toward the middle of the room away from everybody.
And I will shoot it with this anti-light rifle.
As it washes over the creature, you see now that this is a full spacesuit covered in all of these electronics and bulbs, and inside of the face mask, you see a metallic skull.
Call it off.
What do you mean, call it off?
I know you got him killed. I assume you're behind this thing too. Stop it.
Okay, yeah, no, I did, but I didn't make this. This thing came afterwards. You start to unload this shotgun, and all of a sudden the creature sparks, seizes up, and stops moving. The metal golem stands motionless now in the training room, inches from Riley, who is pale with terror. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm going to level the shotgun at him. Sit down. Now.
Check his pockets.
You check his pockets.
All right, I'll check his pockets. It's for any signal devices or anything.
No, there's nothing.
Why did you sabotage the helmet?
Oh, God. I wanted people to think that that's how he died.
So how did he die?
I killed him. I killed him.
Why?
He found out that I had a criminal record that I had hidden, and he was going to use it to blackmail me. He wanted everything I had just to stay here, and I couldn't support my family. I couldn't send money to them. He was taking everything I had, and we got in a fight about it, and I killed him. And I knew it had to look like an accident, and so I messed with his helmet, and I put him out the airlock. I made it look like his helmet opened while he was in space.
He was blackmailing you?
Yeah.
So just dick moves all around then.
Yeah.
And then I kind of have a realization. Oh God. And I turn and I head back to the med bay. And I want to see what's there.
It does not take much of an examination to see that White is dead.
Son of a bitch. God damn it. I think I just sit there for a little bit.
And as he is in the med bay, Sroka comes in and just looks at Riley, and he starts telling the story again. And it's not changing. He's telling the exact same story, but he can tell just by her air that she wants to know what happened. And Reeves is listening. So then who made this?
I don't know. If it's getting I'm going to go over to the card on its back and look at it more specifically, pull it out if I can. And
yeah, roll Investigative Mystery.
Oh my God. That's a 6. I am 1 away from leveling again.
You pull it out, and it is so destroyed by the buckshot that went into it, you can't really seem to get anything from it.
Hey, let me see that thing.
Yeah, I'll hand it to him.
Okay.
And yeah, it seems like it's getting, or was getting, commands from something. I don't know if it's something or someone that wants revenge on Riley for this.
Reeves, can someone put their own spirit into a golem? Or their soul, or their life force?
No, not that I know of.
Can someone put their soul into a computer?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's possible if you were aware that you were going to die and maybe you cast a spell to store your soul in something. I mean, I've seen Harry Potter. I know there's Horcruxes.
Is that where the breadth of your arcane knowledge comes from?
I mean, it's usually the easiest way I can get people who don't understand magic to understand what I'm talking about.
Okay, that's much more comforting.
And the interest has to come from somewhere. I mean, come on.
I'm Ravenclaw, by the way. Anyway.
Dope.
Yeah, there's a number of different creatures that can possess different things. Poltergeists, particularly. If a person dies in a horrible way and there's anger left over, it can create a poltergeist, and a poltergeist can possess things that person was connected to. Where did you say you saw the creature looking at you?
Inside the monitor bank in the engineering lab.
I wonder if he's in there.
Okay.
If he is, how do we remove him?
That I don't know. I've never dealt with a poltergeist before.
Again, this is conjecture, but, they say if something's sticking around, it's to do a thing. Riley's caught. We have it figured out. Maybe just reasoning with it is what it needs to rest, to know that he is going to be punished for this. Maybe not, but it's worth a try. And I'm in too much pain to want to fight anything else. Jake, come here. You look like shit, man. And I'm going to start working on him. Yeah. You
Dang,
heal
those dice
2
right there.
points and stabilize.
Oh, Bluey and Blackie.
Tej,
I'm great.
you got another one, don't you?
I do.
Give me the thing, please.
And I hand him the other wolf's blood serum, but very, it's like...
Was that your last one?
It's my last one, yeah.
Yeah.
I can hit you.
Man, but if you just hurt yourself, no, don't do it. Save that for oh shit moments, because this is not one of those, okay? And
Okay.
I'm going to stabble myself.
Okay. Then you are completely healed.
And you feel really good,
Oh,
don't
man,
you?
you feel so good. You guys, werewolf high five. You feel so good.
We get on a van and we surf together.
Jesus.
You start playing basketball and you dunk.
Yeah.
I love how I am just not trusted to heal anymore. Like,
No, it's
not a thing I'm bad at.
No.
I just did so bad at it several times.
What is your plus weird right now?
Well, it's not a weird move. It's a cool move.
Oh.
But both of those are a +1.
Okay.
So what do you think, boys? We want to go up and see if we can have a chat?
I mean, my only thought is supernatural, like salt and burn the bones. I don't know. That is my only... If you destroy the body, does the spirit go away?
Let me call my contact if I can.
Yeah, I think you can just go to the command center and
Word.
make the call from there.
Okay, and I will do that, which again is deal with the agency.
All right, roll it.
Nice. That is a 10.
Margaret comes up on the screen.
Hey, how's it going?
God, you look like hell.
Yeah, it's been a day.
Have I ever seen you boys where you haven't looked like hell other than when you get up for breakfast?
Nope.
Actually, he looks fantastic right now.
But yeah, he looks a little fangy, a little hairy.
That's true. Well, always
Yeah.
a little bit
Little
hairy.
fingy
I
belly.
honestly probably look absolutely bereft of joy, too. It just still, I got him killed. At
Right.
least that's how it works in my mind.
Yeah.
I did that, and it's not going great behind the curtain.
Okay.
All right, so we've got some serious guesses here. So I am hoping to get a little more information about poltergeists and how to make them not be, around.
Let me check here real quick, and you can see that she's typing on her side. Is poltergeist you deal with by destroying the body or destroying the thing that they're connected to, some kind of strong emotional connection. The poltergeist keeps some semblance of itself, of awareness, but when afflicted with whatever emotion was the core one it was connected to in the moment of its death, it loses control. And
Okay.
so that's why sometimes it can't quite do the thing it needs to do, because it might get distracted by, if it was sorrow or love.
Does it have to be one or the other? Or,
If you got multiple things, just put them on a big old pile.
yeah, that's fair. I'm just wondering, in theory, I need to check on it. I think we still have the body. If we do, then, that might take care of it. I'm wondering if we take care of it and is there a chance it'll still be here? That's what I'm afraid of. But I think that works. The thing it's attached to or the body, maybe both. Okay.
What does destroying the body consist of precisely? Because it's rough already.
Yeah, just burn it and salt it and then scatter the ashes.
All right. I think that hopefully should do it. I appreciate that. I'll check in soon or I'll be dead.
Well, I mean, that's really the protocol for most of our hunters.
Yeah. I just learned that in the training last week.
It's true. It's true. You learned a lot.
I did. I did so good.
You did. Did you shoot the gun forward?
Yeah.
Good, good.
Real good. Okay, I'll see you later, Margaret.
You can see like she kind of shifty eyes and hits the button and vanishes.
I'm going to head straight back to the med bay. I want to check where Young's body was.
Yeah, so you get into the med bay and you look around and you can see that there are scuff marks on the ground. You actually get the feeling that maybe it was in here trying to get the body and that you distracted it.
Okay.
And so that might be a good sign that the body is what it's connected to.
Okay. Oof. So yeah, I'm going to go open up that compartment. All right. Any ideas on how we burn this thing in outer space?
Well, there's the sun, or
I've heard of it.
Or if we're going for something a little closer, because it would take forever to reach the sun, there's the Earth's atmosphere.
Okay.
Are you suggesting that we salt a body like a piece of jerky and just throw it at Earth?
Well, not even just salt a body. We could stuff it into like a spacesuit and fill the suit the rest of the way with salt, and then just
Shit, that's good.
That is really
and then
good.
just throw it into the Earth's atmosphere.
Shit, that's good. That's fantastic.
Thanks.
Everybody who wants to throw it at Earth's atmosphere, say aye.
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 Hey,
All right.
who was that?
Who was that?
Oh, I just think that's a very good death. You know how sailors have burial at sea? You have just described burial at space.
Oh.
You just get thrown out into vacuum of space, and hopefully you find planet, go into atmosphere, burn into ash.
Well, in this case, it's guaranteed that we'll find a planet because it's right there as I point out the window
That's
to
true.
Earth.
Yeah, you can do what? We'll have to do some sort of little thrusters or rockets or something to get it going, right?
Really? I'm pretty sure I just go out there on the tether and hold it in front of me and put my feet between me and it and then kick very hard.
Well, hell, we just put it in an airlock, open the door as the airlock is, pointed towards the Earth.
Sure, but how long would that take? We need to...
Well, with explosive decompression, it'd be instant. It'll probably be stronger than you kicking off of it, honestly.
I mean, he makes a valid point. You're not close enough to the Earth's atmosphere that the space station is being pulled back in. So it'll take some time to drift through space, and you're not sure what it's doing up there.
Yeah.
I want to go fast.
Well, yeah, that's without a doubt what we want to do.
Yeah.
So I have an idea. With my weird science, I'm going to set up a thruster pack. I'm going to get like a fire extinguisher or 3, and I'm going to jury rig up, or weird science rig up a human gun type thing.
Okay, so describe to me what you want to happen.
Okay, so we want one of these outside doors first. And what we want to do is set up like I want to set up like a rail system that is pointing out the door. So then that way, if upon explosive decompression,
It's like guided.
it's sort of guided. Yeah.
It's like the barrel of a gun.
right.
Where
Yeah.
he's just
exactly.
pointed the way we need him to point.
Exactly. And
Sweet.
so what'll happen is I will weird science up a jetpack with the fire extinguishers and like an ignition to where I can just hit a button and he takes off. Even
Nice.
faster now.
So we've got him in the suit. The suit is literally filled with salt.
Mm-hmm.
He is pointed at the Earth. He's blasted off. He's got essentially thrusters to get him there as fast as possible. He burns up in the Earth's atmosphere. We've killed a poltergeist.
Yeah.
Yes?
That's it.
Yes, everybody?
Yes, very good.
Sexy. That's really good,
Excellent. So where are we getting salt from?
The galley.
Good call.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought
that's
so.
actually a really good idea.
All right, you think that you can rig this up. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some serious time. You have to gather all of the pieces. You've got to set up the rail system. You've got to clean out the training room to make a long enough rail so that you can decompress the whole room. That's the side of the station that is facing towards the Earth. So you don't have any other room that has a door out facing where you need it to face. It's going to take you 4 hours to finish.
Gotcha.
So a couple of hours pass. You guys are working on this. It's taking a while. People are going around the ship, getting multiple parts, and you hear a scream from down the hallway at about hour 3.
What part of the ship does it seem like?
You guys are on the far side by the training area. It sounds like it is coming from the command bay.
All right, running that way.
Yep.
I'm going to help finish this.
You guys get to the command bay, and you see that outside of the main window, there is another one of these metallic skeletons, and it is punching the glass, and you can see the glass on the command bay cracking and breaking. And Reeves and Fairchild are both in the room. What do we do? It's going to break through.
Get out. We got to seal it off.
All right, everybody roll act under pressure.
I'm giving you a hold so that I cannot fail.
All right.
So that brings me to a 7.
So you yell to them to get out of the room, and as you do, the golem gives another solid hit, and the glass shatters. You feel the vacuum of space start to suck backwards as you all dive towards the door. Tass, with your mixed result, you think that you'll be able to make it to the door in time to hit the button and shut it, but to do so, you're either going to have to ditch your vest that has all of your weapons because it's just slowing you down too much, or you see that there is a helmet next to the door. You cannot get out the door, but grab the helmet and put it on before you're pulled out into space.
Oof. I think I have to ditch the weapons.
Okay. Jake, what'd you get?
6.
The four of you move towards the door, and Tass shrugs off his vest, trying to move faster and get his arm around the door to shut the seal on the command center. Fairchild and Reeves are right behind you. Jake gets caught up trying to make sure that Reeves and Fairchild make it out. But as the glass shatters, you see Reeves get sucked backwards out into space, Jake not far behind her. Fairchild gets through the door right as you shut it, and the command center seals. Jake, you and Reeves get sucked out into the void of space, and you fly by the golem who is clinging to the glass and trying to pull its way inside of the hole it just made. You can see that Reeves is trying to cast something. She's trying to do something to protect herself, but she seems flustered and confused. What are you doing?
Do I have any influence over my direction?
Not really. You have been sucked out. You're basically, if that happened to you, what you're trying to do to that corpse. It is, you don't have a thruster, you don't have a suit anymore.
I'm going to try to grab Reeves and teleport us to the planet. Like, I'm going to reach for her as much as I can. I don't think I've got a lot of control over it.
You reach out, you're trying to reach to her, and you can feel how hot it feels suddenly. They talk about how in the void of space, you freeze to death, but your blood boils, and you can feel as you reach for her that you're not going to last long. You close your eyes and you reach out and you stretch as far as you can, and at the last second you teleport, and you appear at the last place you felt a sense of comfort, on the dock at the small village on the island in Hawaii. And you open your eyes, and you're alone. Tass, you see, as you hold Fairchild back, Jake vanish and Reeves float away. TJ, you hear an alarm start to sound as what you assume must be a breach somewhere. Tass, you see that the golem has climbed back into the room and it is sinking its hands into the metal and pulling itself towards the door that you guys are at.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. I'm activating the mic. TJ, it's got to be now. It's got to be now. We got to burn this thing now, man.
You still have about an hour left. It was going to take 4 hours. You were at hour 3.
Damn. What's happening?
It breached the command center. Reeves is dead. Jake's gone. I don't know where. It's crawling in. It's another golem. It's crawling in. It's going to bust this open. It's got to be now, man.
Is it an atmosphere?
Yes.
Ditch the command center.
Oh, God. Fairchild, do we know how to detach this?
I would have to get to one of the other stations. Normally you would detach from the command center, but we'd have to do it from engineering.
Oh, God. We at least need to get through back into the other side of this hallway and seal this too. At least if it's going to come through this door, it's got to come through the hallway too. Just as much time as we can get.
That I can do. I can seal these doors. And she starts to run towards the security station.
Tej, I don't care how, you got to set that thing on fire, man. You have to. I'm going to stay here and just be sort of the last line. If this thing starts to get in, maybe I can slow it down or something. Just do anything you can, man.
Check.
Fairchild, I need you to just block off this block right outside of the command center. Just every door.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go through the pass right across from the command center and try to watch through and see which way it starts to head.
So, for anyone listening at home, just the setup of this right now is that they are effectively locking the doors between a couple of the compartments. So, Fairchild will be in one location, Tass, TJ are in another, and at this moment, Riley and Sroka are unaccounted for. Jake, you are standing there without Reeves. What's going on? Like, what are you thinking?
I think I'm thinking that I just want to step off the dock and sink. But I can't because I've got shit to do.
So as you stand there having this moment and realizing you need to get back up to the station and you try to teleport and you can't and you feel that again, you know what that feels like. There's something blocking it. What are you going to do now?
Well, first of all, the getting sucked out the big window in the space station leveled me up again.
All right. So what are you going to take?
Okay. I'm tired of screwing up, being too late. I'm just screwing up and people are paying the price because I don't act quickly enough or I don't act right. I don't make decisions fast enough. Things don't happen fast enough. I think I'm going to take a move from the spooky playbook. They've got a move called hunches. When something bad is happening or just about to happen somewhere that you aren't, roll plus sharp. On a 10 plus, you knew where you needed to go just in time to get there. On a 7-9, you get there late, in time to intervene, but not prevent it altogether. On a miss, you get there just in time to be in trouble yourself. So I think that I get this divine premonition sense, sort of. I get this divine danger sense that it's like, you know, if I've been screwing up, if we've been screwing up and we've taken too much time and we've waited it out too long and something bad's going to happen, that my spider sense tingles.
Yeah, so like if you had this and they're getting attacked on the space station at the very beginning of this arc, you sense the place we're going, something bad's happened.
Yeah, if I got the call, like if I had this, we wouldn't have driven back.
Right. Okay.
I like that.
So yeah, you take that. And what do you roll on that?
Sharp.
Okay. So TJ, back to you.
I don't think I'm going to be able to fix this in time.
Hell with the collateral damage, man. Just cover it in lighter fluid, set up a spark trigger, get through both hatches, and hit the damn thing.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attach all sorts of triggers and everything to this, and then instead of it triggering the jetpack, it's going to trigger these sparks, and I'm just going to spray this thing down with... I'll go by to the science lab. I'm sure it's got something flammable in it.
Yes, there are chemicals there.
Awesome.
You can find some combination of things to make a fire.
So I'm going to go to the lab, get the chemicals that will start the fire. I'm going to hook them up to the trigger. I'm going to close the door behind me, but I'm not going to jettison the actual pod or anything because we need to keep the oxygen within the room.
Tash, you see that the golem has gotten through the doors into that middle room, and it is scanning around. It sees that the doors have been sealed, and it starts breaking its way through the door that leads to security.
Fairchild, get into a room and get it sealed up.
Why? Is it headed this way?
It's heading your way.
It must know that I'm the one sealing the doors or something.
I'm going to start knocking on the door and making noise and trying to be like, come on, you some bitch.
You watch as it rips its way through the door and vanishes into the hallway.
Ah, no. TJ, hit it.
I will hit the trigger.
At that moment, there is an explosion that shakes the station. TJ, roll 2d6.
Ain't good. That's a 4.
The training room goes up in flames as the compressed air inside of it explodes. TJ, you feel this whole side shake, and then suddenly you feel a huge pull, TJ, as you start to get pulled towards the med bay. The debris from the training room must have hit the med bay and caused cracks in it, and it has busted open.
I'm going to grab for the nearest thing that I can grab for.
As you get sucked towards the door, you see the button that seals the door between the hallway and the med bay. Roll act under pressure.
Oh my God.
4?
I don't even know how this is mathematically possible.
Jake, roll plus sharp.
10.
Jake, you have gotten this new power, and as you're standing on the dock, you've tried to teleport and you can't get there. And all of a sudden, the protector grants you this very clear image of TJ being sucked through a door and out into the void of space. And you see him drift away as his body freezes over. You get the sense that it is happening right now.
Okay, guess I'm gonna just like focus down on teleporting to TJ. Like just like, come on, work.
And because you have this clarity that this moment is happening, you try, and then you are gone. And right as TJ passes out of the med bay into space, you appear and you reach out and you clutch his forearm. Roll angel wings.
I'm gonna spend a point of luck.
Oh, no.
Oh, thank goodness.
Where do you want to go?
Louise.
Is anywhere on the station unwarded?
It is not.
IPT, I think.
You guys appear in the back alley of the IPT, and you both feel awful. Like you were in space. You were in space. You were in space for a second. Just no air, tons of pressure, real cold, and yet somehow real hot. TJ, you thought you were done. You were flying towards space, and all of a sudden Jake was there, and now you are here.
I just give TJ the most desperate hug I've ever given anybody in my life.
Aww.
So Tass, you feel this explosion, and you start to get sucked in that direction too, and then it stops. And you're in the library, and you can see that Fairchild has closed the doors as soon as she realized what was going on. Are you all right?
Yeah, it was coming through towards you. What's happening?
Yeah, it's not moving now.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm gonna go run around. I'm gonna check on TJ.
I saw through the vid screen. I don't know that he's... Tass, I saw him get sucked out of the med bay.
Oh God. Oh God.
Is this done? Is it still out there? We've got to finish dealing with this.
I mean, if it stopped, I think that means that it burned up the body. It must have worked.
Yeah, but it stopped last time. Could you check?
Okay. Yeah. I'm heading straight up.
And she unlocks the door. You go up the ladder to engineering, and as you do, the power starts to come back on in the station. You approach the engineering bay, and you go inside, and you can see the monitor where they had talked about seeing the face. And there are clips playing on the monitor, and it looks like a lot of the missing clips that were edited out by Riley or by this poltergeist. You see them arguing. You see them fighting. You see Riley suiting up Young in his suit and pushing him out the airlock. You see this golem being created inside of the fabrication lab and being assembled and then climbing outside on the ship. You also see shots outside, and there are huge time lapses that are showing, and you see the golem running wires from the engineering bay to different places, and you hear audio start to play from those other places, and you get the feeling that this poltergeist was stuck in engineering bay, that it was using the golem to create connections to other rooms, to be able to control the power, to be able to hear, to be able to put its presence there. And so that's why it was generating these bodies, was to get control over the ship. And you even see the golems losing their temper. You can see them working on something, fumbling, and then smashing something. You see the one looking through the med bay for its body, and then sensing you and getting angry and smashing White. You see that this must be a creature of rage because it had something it wanted to do. It wanted to kill this person who had killed him, but it kept getting distracted by its rage. And as these videos stop, you see a brief glimpse of a face you have not seen before. You see who you assume is David Young, and he's smiling as the image fades away and the rest of the power returns to the ship.
I think I slide to the floor and just have a really hard cry.
With the power back on, communications starts to fire up again, and you're able to get a signal from outside. Then I assume you hear TJ and Jake frantically calling for you after a while in your headset.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you alive?
We're alive, man.
Oh
We're
my
alive.
God.
You're alive. Awesome.
And just fresh again, just bawling. Oh, I thought you were dead. Oh my God. Jake, what's up? What happened? What's going on?
We're back at the IPT.
Well,
We're
of course.
planet side.
Of course you are. It's pretty messed up here, guys. Fairchild's still alive. I have no idea about the commander or Riley, but it worked, man. You did it.
Sroka comes into the room. It seems that you have solved our problem.
Kinda.
This is a dangerous place. I did not necessarily think it was a good idea to put all of this information and technology and all of these brilliant minds in one place. It will be months, if not years, before it will be operational again anyway, but I don't think I will recommend that they continue this project.
May I offer, if they do, maybe in a remote desert or something?
Yes, but then we have to deal with chupacabra or death claws. It's all problems all around.
Yeah, I guess you get that even in outer space, so
Yes.
here we are.
Commander Soroka helps you up and then supports your weight as we fade out on both of you exiting the engineering bay of the Eye of Horus. It's a few weeks later, and we find Jake, Tass, and TJ inside of a small church. And we hear the voice of Commander Soroka. She's at a podium talking to the assembled crowd of people who fill the pews. Next to her is a large photo of Kimberly Reeves on an easel. There is a coffin with an open lid, and we can see that it is filled with notes and photos and a number of keepsakes and trinkets, since there was no body to be placed in it. After the eulogy, everyone congregates into the basement, sharing stories, snacks, and boxes of Kleenex. Tass excuses himself from one such social circle to get a drink, but he ducks out the side door instead. He walks across the street and through the gate of the neighboring graveyard. The grave he stops at has recently packed earth and fresh flowers at the base of the tombstone. Tass stands for a long moment staring at the headstone, his expression blank. We pan over his shoulder and see the inscription on the tombstone. It is not enough to do no harm. We must strive to do good. Alexander White, M.D., 1975 to 2018. His fingernails dig into his palms as his hands clench into fists. His face contorts as a wave of pain, guilt, and rage wash over him. And for a brief moment, we see a faint blue pulse ripple through his pupils. Tass, are you all right? It's Fairchild, and at her voice the tension in him vanishes, and he feels lightheaded. He turns and says, yes, fine. She asks if he's ready to go, and he nods as he wipes the corner of his eyes. She takes his hand and gives it a gentle squeeze before the pair exit the graveyard, joining their friends waiting across the street. As the sun sets on the cemetery, we pan back to White's grave. In the silence, we can hear footfalls approaching. A dim green light washes over the grave as a gloved hand reaches down and touches the freshly packed soil.
Dr. White, I presume. I've got a job for you.